Oh my gosh! Oh, kitty cat! Hello, everyone. Do not take this cat home. Longtime viewers of this channel, or relatively new viewers of the channel, might know that I have an affinity for everything black cat, including my own precious baby boy. So there's no chance that I'm leaving this poor defenseless little creature outside without a home, and based on the sound, clearly in the rain. Let's play. Real quick, this game did come with a warning that said that if you are depressed, easily disturbed, don't like flashing lights, can't see flashing lights, and, well, I'm pretty much just going to put it all up right here. If you have any of these, maybe don't watch this video. Go check out that one. You're not having a great day as usual. Oh, it's true. I have many a bad days. Many a bad days. Ooh, rain. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical. But maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turn to head home when... Oh, little Teddy, what a noise! Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Oh, right. You have so many missing people. I expect for there to be some thinning on the sidewalk. Well, that and the weather. I was initially going to go with the weather, but, I forgot about those missing person cases. But none of them react to the sound at all. Monsters! Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground, dampened by the rain, makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Baby. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. It's a cat! Huh. Yes, that should have been obvious. It was meowing. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. Right. I've never had an opinion about cats. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. They do. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you. Makes sense, he's a cat. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you. As if waiting for you to make the next move. Oh, the next move I want to make is just to pick it up and take it back home with me and love it forever. Do not take cat home. Take cat... I just said I want to take it home. You know what? You reach for the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Oh, the little baby is just like Draco when I got him. He had no home. You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. It's my baby. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest, just like Draco did. So emotional. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. Here we are, 6 years later. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small, local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. 1 you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take one of the cans of cat food and open it with the tab on top. Oh, that's awful. You put some cat food on a saucer. Okay, that's at least good. In some games like this, I could list all the poor cat things that you should not do. And yeah, most cat foods that have like tins and stuff just aren't great. Lick your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Yeah, that seems about right. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. I mean, it will eat later. They eat eventually. In front of a new person, they don't want to eat because that is a time that they're vulnerable when they're consumed with consuming. They're not going to do that in front of a stranger. The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Yeah, that sounds about right. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread. Turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomato sliced. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Lovely. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just, you watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. Oh, just like Draco. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not? Just a cat? The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. He's just being friendly. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched! Come on, enough already! You shove it away a little more forcefully, this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. They let you know when they're done. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. They do that. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and... Hello? The lights just went out. Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving it out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. Grab a flashlight and turn it on. Okay. It's quiet. It's too quiet. There's no power. It always feels like it's too quiet when there's no power because we all get so used to the hum of electricity running throughout the house. Did the rain stop? Oh, good point. It was raining. I forgot about that. It was raining. There should be the sound of pitter-pattering rain. But then, power go out. You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Hello, kitty cat. Oh my. The cat sits on top of the digital clock, staring at you. I see, some not great messages there, moving through my clock. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage. But the numbers are lit up, going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. Not giving off any indication that it's alive. Eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still, even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large. Hi, 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 hi. The flashlight flickers. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grabs your mind. The silence punctuated with a rapid pumping of blood in your heart is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How's the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer that's a pretty important question, actually, unless we have batteries in it, because some of these analog clocks, have batteries as well as an outlet. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. I gave an answer. Some analog clocks like this have batteries, but you still plug them in, and then if the power goes out, the batteries kick on. That way you don't wake up late. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce. Lovely alliteration. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this. You can sense it as clearly as if it was whispering. Let's play. Oh, I did not like that. Right into your ear. It's funny as I only have one headphone in right now, so that was just right in my ear. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fears gripping on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in haste, and you fall to the ground. Oh dear. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle. But something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. Oh no. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tile after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in the strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicable open door screech to a halt as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife, and still tainted red from your earlier blunder? But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. Then you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the kitchen as if skipping in delight. Okay. Maybe I take back what I said. Maybe it's not just being friendly. It bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah! Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you've taken in licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Hi, Kitty. Golden eyes slide up to you, as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves. Shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake, with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts! But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Look behind you or keep running. I want to know what it is, but that's not smart. Keep running. Huh? Interesting. Oh, very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins. What? What? So I will say, there's a book, there's a YouTuber I watch, and she recently read a book that had a similar warning to the one at the front of this game. I'm going to put it up again. And part of it had the, animal violence or cruelty part. And then it had, bracketed, this means violence inflicted by animals, not to animals, if that makes a difference. And it definitely does. I did not realize that would apply here as well. Okay, I didn't realize this also was a multiple ending style game. And I got ending 0, which seems like a pretty good place to start. So, is this a game that we want to play over and over and see the different endings I can get? I can definitely do another one right now. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. Okay. And you're glad you actually did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. Wait, what? I just hit continue. It goes on? I thought that was an ending. The weather's absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guides your steps. Okay, that's strange. It seems like it's the same story. The difference is that I'm now optimistic. So instead of it being a stormy day, it's a sunny day. Instead of me having an awful day, I'm having a good day. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, it's a cat! Aw, guess that should have been obvious. Hi, buddy! You look so familiar, right? Then again, it is the cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look! It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Take the cat home! Do not take cat home. Let's take the cat home now that we're optimists. Well, why not? See, he's happy about it. You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs onto your shoulders. Aw, Draco did this to me today. Granted, it was for bad purposes, but it was still kind of nice. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. Aw. Let's get you out of here. On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. Okay, we know all this. After locking the front door, placing the cat, it starts to look around. It looks up at you expectantly. We don't have food for it now. Do something alone. Do something with the cat. Let's do something with the cat. Like what? Play with it? I don't know. Pet the cat, feed the cat, play with the cat, clean the cat. On second thought, let's play with it. Poor thing was probably bored stiff in that old box all day. Just watching crowds of people walking by them, ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Aw, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Okay then. What to play though? Laser. Look for some yarn. That is dangerous. Do not do that. If you let your cats play with yarn, please reconsider that. Hide and seek, a classic. Little tough sometimes, but laser pointer always a winner. Why not pass the time by letting the cat hunt after something it'll never quite understand? Perfect. That sounds a little mean when you think of it like that, but it's not like the cat will know anyway. Whenever we play, we have it go off into a different room. Like we have the laser dart out of the room. That way it seems like it got away from them, so they don't really question it. Ignorance is bliss, or so they say. So you dig out your old laser pointer from your long-gone dreaded days of group presentations in school. You get a little kick out of aiming it at a mirror hanging on the living room, so it reflects off the glass, making a little red dot appear on your knee. The cat cautiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion at you. When it finally reaches you, it lightly presses a paw on your knee, like it's trying to catch the dot of red light as casually as possible. You manage to hold back a chuckle. Not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all, entirely focused on the light now resting on the top of its paw. You move the light a little higher above your knee. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin the light down. But in the next second, you've already moved it to the floor. Aww. The cat jerkily follows, attempting a more energetic pounce when you shift the red dot. Over here. Over there. And over there. By the couch. On the couch. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. Why is there heavy breathing? It's been a while since you laughed this much. You're laughing so much, in fact, that you accidentally shift the red dot onto a lamp beside the couch. Oh god. In its haste, it gets the light. The cat leaps onto the lamp, sending them both to the ground. Oops. Oh my gosh! Oh, kitty cat! The cat is sitting on the middle of the former lamp's broken shards, back hunched, the head whipping around back and forth as if in a panic. Yeah, that was probably scary. You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. I'm so sorry, you okay? You hurt? You reach down to pick up the cat and check it for injuries when... Yeah, it's definitely going to scratch you. Ow, hey! The cat swipes at you, claws extended. It backs up and twitches away, making frantic half-turns in various directions as if looking for something. Or waiting for something to appear. Geez, that really hurt, you know? Yeah, it always kind of sucks when you know that you're going to get scratched, but you have to do something, to aid your cat. You hold the hand with the scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding. It's not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but... Immediately, your annoyance starts to bleed into concern. You watch in shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing at the carpet, the sofa, your armchair. You want to stop it, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling a vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason, you feel like it wouldn't be a good idea. An idea comes to you, or rather, a realization. You grasp the laser pointer, aiming it safely towards the floor in the middle of the living room, thinking, hoping, that the cat would calm down if it found what it was looking for. You turn on the laser pointer. Yeah, see, this is exactly why we do the out of room thing. That way the cats don't freak out when it suddenly isn't there. The cat's reaction is immediate. Oh! You screwed up. In the span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair, leaps high into the air, changes in the air, and slams down upon the dot on the floor with a weight and force that shakes the whole apartment. It happens. Maybe even the whole building. You wonder dazedly how none of the other tenants have rushed over to complain about the noise. Yet as you stare at the sight in front of you, the cat has somehow grown in size, eyes bulging and glowing, tail thrashing, teeth enlarged, burying, covered alarmingly in a bubbling froth. Its giant claws rip and shred through the carpet, through the floor tiles, and even below them, ravenously trying to get at the red dot. Your hands are shaking. You don't know what to do. You feel trapped. You have to get away. Aim the dot away from the door. You slowly back towards the door. The light moves with you. Instinctively, you flick the light away. This way and that. The cat stampeding after it. So fast. Smashing through the TV, breaking the couch in half. Too fast. Bulldozing through the wall into the hallway. A chance! You turn, intending to bolt out the door and never come back. But in your haste, you forget something. You forget several somethings. You forget the laser pointer. You forget the laser pointer, gripped like a lifeline in your hand. You forget the mirror, still miraculously hanging on the wall next to the hallway. A laser reflecting off of it, putting a small, glowing red dot on the back of your head. As you reach the door, forget that it's locked. You don't even have the chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way across the room at you. You're torn to shreds before you can even blink. Ending 12, targeted. Okay, so when I said I could do another one right now, I was thinking that it would just start over, with the whole rain and whatever, and I would just not take the cat home, because this game clearly wants me to not take the cat home. I got ending 0 and ending 12. So clearly there's 11 other endings in this. If this is something you want to see, leave a like. Let me know in the comments. Oh my goodness. I can't not take this cat home. When it was in the rain, it was a pathetic little nothing that just ate at my heart. And when it was in the sun, it was like this ethereal, glowing, perfect little angel. Well, if you made this far in the video, like I said, go ahead and leave a like. Comment below if this is something you want to see, if you want to see more cat games. Real interesting. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you're not new and just not subscribed yet, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!